Greetings and welcome to War for the Overworld. It's been quite some time since I played this game, and back when I played it I used to play the My Pet Dungeon DLC. I thought that we would play the basic campaign instead and maybe revisit the rest of the My Pet Dungeon when we've done the campaign. So apparently there has been released a new DLC for War for the Overworld, which I plan on playing. I think it's called the Under Games? Yes, the Under Games. I haven't bought it yet, but for now, let's do the basic War for the Overworld campaign. The first level is Oberon's Realm, the Awakening.
I've been looking for someone to spearhead my campaign. But before we get stuck in, let's refresh that old mind of yours. Welcome back, Underlord. It's been a long time since you were banished to the Aether. You've returned as a husk of your former self. But I've taught far denser Underlords than you. Let's start with the basics. This is your dungeon core. The tether that allows you to manifest your malignant will. If destroyed, your consciousness will once again be scattered to the void. Your workers are an extension of your dark will. They have many jobs, but their main focus is in carving out the halls of your dungeon. Put them to work by clicking and dragging your cursor upon the flashing tiles to tag them for excavation. Your workers will now rush forth to dig out and claim the tagged area. Once they have laid down the stones, marking the ground as your own, you will be able to build rooms upon the finished tiles. While your lackeys get to work, look to the east of your dungeon core. This is a gateway, one of the many portals that you'll use to attract minions to your dungeon. Order your workers to dig a path to it now.
Oh, I get to talk. Well, this guy is really talkative. I seem to vaguely recall that his name is Mendechaus. And he definitely loves to talk. So some of the narration may be more him than me. But I'm sure
you have a gateway, minions can enter into your service. But first you'll need to build the rooms necessary to entice them in. Start by building a barracks. This room will allow your minions to hone their combat skills without the risk of permanent death or disfigurement. Select it and build it by clicking and dragging your hand across the claimed tiles. Most rooms must be built at least 3 by 3 in order to function properly, though the lair and vault are effective at any size.
As I was saying, this guy is talkative.
A gnarling has entered your dungeon. Attracted by the barracks, these green-skinned scrappers aren't quite right in their head, and they'll happily hack at your foes until someone is dead. Outside of combat, gnarlings will train themselves within your barracks. You can pick them up with a click if you find them slouching off, then deposit them anywhere within your dungeon with a right click. For further entertainment, you can always put yourself directly into their head by casting possession upon them. Enough has entered your dungeon.
Not sure how amusing that is. It is useful sometimes, though. There we go.
You can increase the efficiency of props within your rooms by fortifying the walls closest to the props. Workers will fortify walls automatically when they've completed all their other tasks. Now that you have some minions, you will need to cater for their basic needs. First, build a lair, so the pitiful little meat sacks can get some rest. Well done. But see how your gold reserves have been depleted. Command your workers to mine some of the nearby gold by tagging the gleaming tiles. They collect and return gold to your dungeon coffers, allowing you to spend it on whatever your dark heart desires. Your core can store up to 16,000 gold pieces. But if that number sounds pitifully small, or if wealth inspires the evil in you, simply build a vault to store more. Now that you've got a bit of coin in your pocket, you can build a slaughter pan. This room produces scores of micro-piglets, a delicacy that will sustain the weak flesh of your minions by filling their bellies with succulent pig flesh.
Yes, I do not want to build that up there, I want to build it here. I do prefer 5x5 rooms over 3x3 rooms. Gives you more control of things.
Your dungeon has been breached.
Oh, really?
Rally upon these spectres, and your minions will immediately sally forth to wreak bloody havoc. Well done. Now finish off the rest of these manifestations with a second rally flag. Your gnarlings made short work of those spectres, but see how they still circle the flag? You can dismiss rally flags by slapping them with a right click. This should allow your minions to return to their jobs and tend their needs in a timely fashion. You can cast Recall upon a minion to immediately return them to your dungeon, though if they are attacked as it channels, then the spell will fizzle into nothing. You're on a roll, Underlord, and I've been waiting far too long to begin my war for the Overworld. Let us enter the realm of Kairos and continue your retraining against a more fitting enemy.
Indeed.
Well done, Underlord. I see it's all coming back quite quickly. I expected nothing less, but there's much still to learn. Why don't we work in a bit of murder while we're at it? It's time for you to enter the realm of Kairos.
I'm not going to bother with the achievements, since I don't know them in advance. And I'm not going to redo this recording just to make sure that I can do these achievements. But as you can see, if you complete the level in 5 minutes, you get an achievement, and you also get an achievement if you build a 5x5 barracks, lair and slaughter pen. So in the game actually does encourage you to build at least 5x5 rooms. So this is the home realm. I can of course redo the level if I want to do the achievements, but I'm not going to do that now, so let's just move on to Keepsake. Keep.
Now's the time for a bigger challenge. Before you lies an Imperial keep, guarded by a certain Lord Rusimov. He had a bit of an accident that melted most of his face, but he's no less vigilant a soldier. He's been sent to guard an object that could threaten our campaign. Get in there, and burn the rest of him, Underlord.
So, okay, you can see the achievement beforehand, of course. I forgot. I am not going to bother with these speed achievements in the series, because I want to show the game from a leisurely pace, and I don't want to be stressed by having to do things very quickly. We may do a speedrun in a later episode or a later series if there is interest for that. Feel free to leave a comment if you are interested in seeing a speedrun episode or a speedrun series.
We've punctured the veil of this world through a schism, a point of weakness in the bonds between realms. Unfortunately for us, the Empire has crafted defenses to keep us from the heart of their kingdom. These inhibitors prevent Underlords from trespass, but whether it's bone or stone, it can be broken. I suspect that this Empire force has yet to taste true battle. But before you go engaging them, you'll need to muster up some minions. Unfortunately for me, your time in the Aether has left you a weak husk of your former self. In order to reacquire your powers, you will need to access the veins of evil. Open them now, and use a sin to unlock the archive.
This is the Veins of Evil, and I'm going to open the archive.
Unlocked. This room will allow your minions to research additional sins, which can be spent to recover your lost powers. Build one now, to begin researching additional sins. You have claimed a gateway. To have your workers prioritize objectives in a specific area, place a worker rally banner in that location.
So you do that by this one,
Build
but
an archive, Underlord. Your forgotten powers are far more impressive than those you currently wield.
But I'm not going to use that rally thing. I'm just going to let them carve out the area on their own volition. You can also do what I do here, just move them if you don't want them to work in an area, and they will start working in the closest blocks, either by excavating or claiming the floor tiles. In this specific case, I want them to claim the rooms rather than mine out, because I want to build something here. So go ahead and claim the rooms, little workers. I also want one to claim here, pardon the cat. I think I'll just excavate everything here because this is going to be the lair area. Note that I'm not building the archive until I have a lair. Actually, I shall not excavate this. I can have a treasury here, which will be a good thing. And I shall build a layer around the portal, and now I'll build the archive here. And we shall build the training room here, and this will be the slaughter pen, so that they can easily go from either the archive or the training room to get food.
You've discovered a perception shrine.
That's very good. Go here.
Has found its way into your dungeon. Attracted by the magical tomes within your archive, these minions will spend most of their time researching sins for you. Though they are weak combatants, they have the power to curse your foes, making them weak to your other minions' blows. A hungry minion can always find work elsewhere. Build a slaughter pen before your minions starve.
The cultist certainly makes an entrance.
A cultist has entered your dungeon.
Gliding in on a disc that looks like a disc of Tzeentch. Here we go, and a training room.
You've claimed a perception shrine.
The perception shrines are very useful as they make me able to see.
A gnarling has entered your dungeon. Your cultists have worked hard to earn a new sin. Use it within the veins of evil to unlock the tavern. The tavern is an essential room for keeping your minions fed. As they increase in level, they will eventually rebel if there is no tavern to sate their hunger. Build one now, and remember that the tavern is unique and must be built at least 3 by 5 in order to be effective.
Not easy to find a place to build that one. Suppose I can build it here. Yeah, sure. That looks good. I'll just tear down the entire wall here. I really like miss the spell where I can summon more workers. It's most inconvenient to have this few workers. I most wholeheartedly agree with the dib-dib-dib-dib-dib sound. And that. Okay, so
You'll still need a slaughter pen in order to keep your tavern stocked. But in a pinch, you can always drop some alternative meat into the grinder. Rooms will only attract a certain number of minions before becoming full. In order to attract more, you will need to expand them. Nothing in this life is free, Underlord, and you'll regularly need to pay your minions for their hard work. Be sure to keep an eye on your reserves, for if you've not enough gold for their wages, they'll be swift to find gainful employment elsewhere. Fortunately, your minions will return some of their earnings by buying meals within your own tavern. What a delicious arrangement.
So, could use some more gnarlings. He's level 3, level 2, 1. Okay, so we're going to be invaded now.
To defeat these scouts once they breach your dungeon. Let's keep Sarusimov in the dark a little while longer. You should try using the lightning and heal spells to assist your minions in combat. You've tagged an enemy's fortified wall. These reinforced structures will take your workers a very long time to mine. Look for a way around this obstacle. The health of minions is represented by petals surrounding their unit shield. Once no petals remain, a creature will fall unconscious and soon die, unless returned to its lair to recover. have your minions ignore rally flags and remain focused on their current objectives, you can assign them to the peace band.
They should be back by now. Bar the doors. We wait for reinforcements.
Look how easily your minions cut down these sappers. If I didn't know better, I'd say the Empire is woefully unprepared. Once minions are rested, you can leave them to their work or force them to train by dropping them in a barracks.
Not sure where this goes off to. Maybe a magical item? Yes, there are several optional objectives here, but I'm not really that bothered with them.
If you don't want to do something, you could at least vocalize it, Underlord.
You're doing a very good job, Mendechaus, at making sure that I can't talk anyways, so be quiet.
That's enough training for now. When you're ready, rally your minions to the inhibitor and defeat Sarusimov.
Off we go. Just doing some random digging here to see if there's any secrets I haven't found, but I don't think so. Note that I haven't identified the artifacts, so I have no idea what they are.
If any minions fall in combat, your workers will attempt to rescue them and return them to their lair, where they may rest and recover.
The enemy have breached the damn walls. Steel yourselves, lads.
They seem quite happy with killing the doors. So I just claimed their entire room there.
One of your minions wants to legalize whale shrews. Gnarling lost.
The light is gone.
And that was that.
Sure, I am extinguished.
It seems almost charitable to put him out of his misery.
Almost? No, 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 Mendechaus. It was charitable to put him out of his misery. The poor thing. He doesn't know.
Well done, Underlord. You're learning much faster this time.
Why, thank you.
We've barely even started, and you already have a notch on your belt. Well done, Underlord. But there's no rest for the wicked. 2 inhibitors still stand between us and the mainland. But after your butchery of poor Lord Rusimov, I doubt they'll be as weakly defended.
And that is an excellent time to end the episode. So take care of yourselves and each other, and welcome back to the next episode.